like, yo, why are you doing this? Because these people are humans, you know. So when I saw that clip, that was the first, because my phone was when I saw that clip on the interview, I was just acting like, oh, Emmanuel got for questions to do. So that night, I went to his room, and I had that conversation with him. Because now we're outside the house, I don't know what you have in mind. But he knows, he was aware like, oh, this girl was in 100%, you know. I think he was being careful, I don't know. I'm like, yo, do you like Angel?
You asked him that?
I asked him the question. Do you want to be? So that night we had the argument, and we settled down. Like, that night was what brought up, okay, I felt like, okay, maybe Angel was really flirting with him, maybe other girls, because of the competition we came at. Like, okay, no. And he said it to my face, I'm in love with you.
This was outside the house?
Yeah. I think that was on the 5th.
Because there's no cameras now, and he still says, I love you.
On the 5th of October, yeah.
There are no cameras now, he still uses the L word.
Yeah, because we're having an argument. I'm like, that was the first time he yelled at me, and I yelled at him too. Like, we're yelling at each other. And he was expressive. That was the first time I saw him expressive. I'm like, you know, it was heated, you know. And we settled. And we settled it. I walked out, and I came out. I'm like, I just want to ask you. And he was like, yeah, I know. I'm in love with you.
Again.
Yeah. So that was what made me not to.
So at that point, okay, so he says he loves you. At that point, did you still love him?
He knows, yeah.
Did you say it?
Yeah, at that point, yeah.
So you guys were still in using the L word?
Yeah.
At this time?
Yeah.
That L word day happened. You still acknowledge your love for each other?
When we came out of the house, we were still,
Saga, very quickly, you're engineering boys. Abby? Yes, we are. When was Nicola's birthday again?
When was her birthday?
Yeah, April 1. March, it was March 31st, I beg your pardon.
I celebrated April 11th.
Were you at Nicola's birthday?
Yes, I was.
Was Emmanuel there?
No, he wasn't.
Why not? He's your guy. What happened?
I didn't ask him why.
For real?
Because I respect his
You went
privacy.
to his girlfriend's birthday, and you didn't ask him why he's not coming.
I never asked him why.
EmmaRose, because a lot of people were tagging me, Emmanuel did not post. Emmanuel is not here. I said it. Why? How did you get to that point? At what point did you go from the day you wore the white dress and saying, I love you, to March 31st where you are not even invited around me? When did the break happen?
At that time, we're cool, but we're not friends, we're not enemies, you know.
You and Emmanuel?
Yeah.
At which time?
Like, we're cool, so no, we're not friends, we're not enemies.
I want to know what, before you reached here.
Okay, well, when I came out...
I love you.
Oh,
Where
okay.
did the
Yeah, those are
train go
interviews
left?
that... Sometimes I'm shit to watch them right now, you know, because a lot of things that happened. Yeah, my you know, a lot of things that happened, and he made me give me some flashback to some things that
happened between the both of you.
Yeah, that happened between both of us and all that. So him not coming was not a surprise to me or anything.
Did you invite him? You didn't?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you invited him?
Yeah, I did, because there was a list, my PA sent invite to everyone. I did on the group chat myself, and also on Instagram, there was a list.
So here's my question, sorry. Because, if Jackie B is having a birthday, I don't think a PA is going to send a message to my girl. I think Jackie would.
No.
So I want to understand.
Okay.
You said things happened between the both of you that have to know. When did this happen?
Okay.
When you went from I love you, I'm in love with you, to a point where you are now cool?
Okay, before I go there, sorry. Usually, when we want to do something, we either just put in the group chat, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So I did that already. And I also felt okay, since we're sending invites on Instagram, I wrote everyone's name, to send. So I make sure okay, you sent to this, you sent to that, you sent to that. That's why I said my PA did. But I confirmed who they sent to and all that. It's just, we're getting to know each other in the house and all that. And love happened and all. We came out. We're still not we said, oh, we are dating, this, that. But we know what we had. We have feelings for each other. We said, I love you, I'm in love with you, I'm in love with you. And we're getting to know each other. And life happened. It didn't work at some point. It was working, and one time it didn't work again. And we tried to okay, let's be friends. And the friendship brought disrespect and all. And okay, so he didn't show up at my party because we're not talking terms. So maybe I think he has a better reason why he ignored the invite.
All right. Okay. Go on. Explain yourself.
Because honestly, I'm lost. I can't exactly pinpoint what I did that...
Okay, you can't pinpoint what you did, but you can pinpoint when things sort of went
I
south?
don't know which of the things she's talking about that went down that got us not to be in, good terms or talking terms. But I know certain things even happened before her birthday. I think it was a situation that went down, and I tried reaching her. I think this was when I wanted reopening my salon in Port Harcourt.
When was this? Last year? Or early this year?
Early this year, February. Yeah, I think February. Yeah.
You guys are still cool then?
No, before that we were in.
So I want to know, if I'm taking me to the end, my question is very clear. We know things have gone south.
Yeah.
I think the whole country knows, the whole continent knows.
Yeah.
So that's not the point.
Okay.
We just want to know when and why and how we got there.
Honestly, I can't exactly pinpoint. I just felt like we started drifting away.
So it wasn't like one thing, is that true?
That's not true.
Okay, say your part.
If she says it's not true, maybe she can correct
So
me.
what was your own, what happened with you from your perspective?
So sometimes she calls me and like, oh, you said certain things, or you did something that wasn't nice. I don't like the way they reacted about it. That it's not. I'm like, so
This is outside the house now.
it is outside the house. So this happened once, twice. I'm like, okay, what's up? I'm not liking what's going on between us. If I'm doing certain things that I know I wouldn't want to do to hurt you, but it's making you feel that way, then I'd rather just, back away or like back away and make you just focus on what you want to do, because she's very talented and very hardworking. So I didn't want to be the reason why certain things are happening and it's because of me. So when that happened, I was like, okay, let me just back out and just chill and let you do your thing. After that, I didn't know that was the problem. But before my lunch, I tried reaching her, calling her, messaging her, no response. And then I dropped the invite on the group chats, invited a couple of people. And Emma was like, oh, congratulations. And then she said congratulations. I'm like, I tried reaching you personally before this, and you did not respond. And then you respond in the group chats. What are you trying to say? That, oh, we're actually cool, but between ourselves, we don't that we're not actually talking terms anymore. And I think it was after the lunch that I came back, and I think she called me, and I met her. I was like, oh, you did something that I didn't like. I was like, okay, what was that thing I did? Like, oh, you went on a lunch date with Saskia. She called it a date. I'm like, it wasn't a date. I didn't know that was the problem, because it wasn't like a big deal. It wasn't like a big deal for me. I'm not inviting you for your birthday. We've not been talking. What is that kind of coming to do? Just tell her it's going to be one awkward moment. I didn't want that for her. I didn't want that for myself. So I was like, okay, let me just chill.
Okay, that was never the issue. We're dating, right? And I walk into you and a girl in Dubai.
Yeah, Dubai.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah,
talk about that
please
too.
can I finish? And I walk into you and the girl, light was off, the music was playing, it was dark, the bed was rough, and the girl sitting at the edge, and she was covering her face with face masks.